Hey all, it's Systemshark bringing to you another audio commentary for WCReplays.com. This audio commentary copyrighted 2007 WCReplays.com, so don't go stealing it. Alright, the first replay file in the zip is going to be loaded up at the 8-minute mark. It's going to be labeled Grubby vs. Infi, and guess what? It's Grubby vs. Infi, and this is from the MGC finals, or this is actually the constellation match. And I got these replays actually off the front page of WCReplays.com, so you probably have already seen these, and if you're a Grubby fan, or if you even watched that series at all, these are probably some of the better games from that series, although there were a lot of them. That was a very entertaining series to actually watch, and we had a lot of coverage of it at WCReplays.com. Anyways, the first replay I'm going to be going over is Grubby versus Infi, and it's Hum versus Orc on Secret Valley, and I'll include the map file in the zip file with this. It was they're special maps that were custom made for this tournament, for this league or whatever it was. So you'll have that for this. The thing I'm actually going to be doing this a little crazily. That's why I said it's a little weird that we're going to be pausing at the 8-minute mark. The reason I'm doing this is because there's a very specific thing I want to go over, and I want to do it in two separate replays. The idea behind this is I'm going to be comparing Orc vs. Human being played by 4 different players. So we're going to have Grubby, and we're going to have Lin showing up for the Orc side of things, and we're going to have Infi and TH000. I don't know how he pronounces that. I think it's Tho or something like that. I don't actually know the background behind his line, but he is one of my favorite human players. And Grubby being one of my favorite Orc players, this is actually going to be a very difficult audio commentary for me to do because my favorite players, they actually lose in both games. I know.
If you look inside your heart,
I'm looking.
You don't have to be afraid
right in my heart
of what you are.
Alright, that was just a little funny thing I thought of at the last second before I started recording this, so hopefully you guys heard that. It was a pretty funny YouTube video, actually. It's got Pavarotti, the big fat Italian opera singer guy, and I think he actually recently died, so apologies to that, but I guess he's done a lot of funny things with people. Anyway. So yeah, both my favorite players are going to end up losing in both these replays, so kind of spoil it for you there. But I want to go over what kind of, and obviously I am far from somebody that should be giving Grubby advice or anything like that, so don't think of what I'm saying as I'm trying to tell Grubby how to play. I'm just trying to kind of bring it in perspective for people who play at the average level like you and I, and a little bit above that, you know. The kind of the play that they did and how it could work for people that, you know, for opponents that we play against on a regular basis. Anyway, hopefully you're at the 8-minute mark. If not, go ahead and pause this audio commentary. I want to get these two replays out of the way quick because I'm also going to be ranting a good bit at the end of it, but I want to get the replays and I want to make my point about this strategies here. So I'm going to go into the game now. 8 minutes, actually a little bit past it. Actually, before we unpause it, I'll give you guys a little bit more time to sync up, I guess. We'll go over kind of what has happened so far, and I know 8 minutes seems like a lot of time has gone by, but not a lot has actually happened. This is back and forth. This is what you're going to see at almost every game. When you're going to see a lot of early game stuff happening, and of course that stuff matters, but at this level, if you've made it to this point in the game, chances are things are pretty even. And although it was important what stuff happened, you know, who got what creeps, maybe some better items, or if you were able to get an early kill on a few units or something like that, in this one, it actually didn't matter. It was even. So up until this point, we're pretty even. Taking a look at food counts, they're actually pretty close as well. The human, which is Infi, is attacking right now, is pushing Grubby's base with a 38 food army, and Grubby has his 40 food army. It is now 8 minutes into the game, and Infi has delayed this tower push. Is what it's going to be a good amount of time. Generally, you see tower pushes happening a little bit earlier, and which is we're going to see that in the next game versus TH00 and Lin. And I'm going to kind of compare the timing of when each human player decides to do the push and what actually happens. So let's take a look at what's happening right now. We have a level 3 hero, level 3 primary heroes for each players. So we have a level 3 Blade Master and a level 1 Shadow Hunter for Grubby, and a level 3 Archmage and a level 1 Beastmaster for Infi. I will be going over the different things that the different hero selections, because we do see that as well, and that definitely has a big influence on this. So we're at 1x speed, 8-minute mark. I'm on Grubby's point of view just so I don't have to watch any observer pings or anything like that, but we're going to unpause here in 5 seconds, so get ready to unpause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Now the biggest thing about is this timing here. The towers are just now going up, and it is 8 minutes into the game, so he buys those ivory towers and he's going to quickly start putting those up. That's Infi is. So he's getting those up. Right now we have only just now the first raider has popped out for Grubby, and that raider I don't believe has ensnared just yet. It is being, or maybe it does have it. I didn't actually check. Sorry for the lack of information there. It's a little bit shoutcasty, but I have to do it to make a point here. So being delayed this amount of time, this extra 2 minutes basically, has allowed Infi to get level 2 water elementals, and he can start summoning those up almost immediately with his Brilliant Sword. He's going to be able to get a lot of those out, and we have Quilbies for the Beastmaster. This is going to be compared to THOO later on, who's going to be using the Fire Lord and Fire Summons instead of the Beastmaster for his hero, and he's also going to be pushing earlier with his Archmage only being at level 2, so he won't even have level 2 water elementals. I've actually heard water elementals being called water torrents, so that's actually a little bit funny here. But back to the Orc side of things, since I kind of want to touch on that. Grubby has opted for Farseer, or sorry, for Blademaster and Shadowhunter in this game, and this is a really good choice. And it's kind of the cookie cutter for most players, and that most average players are even doing this. But kind of consider this: what is he up against right now? He's up against some footmen, he's up against some water elementals, and some lower HP casters that are out right now. Right now, what do you think is what would work better? Being able to individually focus fire individual units. Right now, he's trying to pick off a water elemental every time he gets a chance. That's just going to get resummoned relatively quickly by the Archmage as soon as he gets mana for it. And also, it's going to take him time to focus fire a lot of individual small units. When he brings over more militia, when he brings over footmen and casters, it just takes more time to pick off individual units. Even these little peons and peasants and things like that from the human player, having to ensnare and hex and focus with your Blademaster being your primary source of damage, getting pushed into the back lines, especially with these towers, it gets very, very dangerous for Grubby. So, like I said, he does end up losing this, although he puts up a really, really good fight. And when I saw this replay, I was actually getting physically sick after watching this, because I thought Grubby had it so many times. In a while here, he's actually going to be able to push Infi out of his base and take down most of the towers. I think 1 or 2 stay up at the end of it. And he does such a good job. It's just like this huge micro battle. And some of the comments actually in this replay when it was originally posted were that Infi doesn't have to do anything because he's got auto attack towers and auto attack casters. But if you look at the actual statistics in the game, he actually has a higher APM than Grubby does this match. So he was, I don't know if he's out microed. I don't really think that was the case because Grubby did some